Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing another match between CombatEZ and come on, EmpireKas or Kas or whatever you want to pronounce that as. Yeah, we have another, a second game here in this best of 3. And I have to say, I don't have game 3, so I don't know who wins, but I didn't have game 3 for the previous one either, so I don't know who wins. It's just that these tournament files are incomplete, and from the previous round, I only had 2 games of the entire round of, what's that, round of 8, I think. So this is probably the round of 4 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how this works. It's just I have these games and I will cast them so that you can get a little bit of an idea how these players play before we get into the round of 4, because this is not the round of 4 yet. Because the round of 4 is actually posted fully, and at least that's what I'm thinking it's full. I don't know. I haven't checked yet, and that's I think the best way to kind of say how much I know about this. Yeah, I don't really know. So a really early refinery here, but he has walled off his base here with a barracks and a supply depot, meaning that the Protoss player can't really scout that. Pylon coming out, he's going to hide some tech, I feel. And it may also be just for scouting, because, you have this huge gap here. And drops may actually come in from here, and then, drop behind your mineral lines. And this way you can scout them all the way up to here. Instead of, if you only have your probes here, I guess you could look up to here somewhere. Maybe the edge. I don't know, it's not very big. Yeah, you can see it. No, you can't see it here because here you have buildings. Anyhow, this guy doing exactly the same thing, putting something on the corner here to make sure that he can see incoming drops. And yeah, it is an orbital command, and we're going to continue on just producing those workers. Both players just producing workers. There goes the probe. And the warp gate's coming up. That's warp gate research. Okay, warp gate research. I thought, that's a long time to wait for a warp gate. 160 seconds. But we're going to get a robotics facility off of this, and that may actually work out quite nicely. You will be able to produce the observers as well as some other crap that you need to defend. Yeah, you can choose between So a zealot in between the SCVs. It doesn't do a whole lot, but still it's kind of sloppy. He should have put up the defenses. I didn't expect the zealot to get all the way into the base, and the same for this SCV. I don't expect it to live very long. So the engineering bay came up, and that was obviously just to block this expansion from going down. He's going to cancel that at the moment that it's low enough so that he harassed it. He delayed the expansion the longest. And it is pretty effective against Protoss players, because they really can't do what the Terran player can do. The Terran player can just build their base somewhere else and then float it over. So he loses a little bit of minerals on that, but that's not a whole big deal. The engineering bay gets cancelled, so yeah. You don't lose too much, and the building or not building this expansion is worth way more. The probe is going to go all the way over here. Now it's not going to expand over here. That would be crazy as dangerous. So yeah, the Terran player kind of lost, kind of confused here, not understanding why there is no no expansion coming up. And there goes the expansion. It is going to come up. And I think the Protoss player took this opportunity to just get some army going. And yeah, just defend this well, this base a little bit better. But obviously he is behind on the minerals he could have had. On the other hand, the Terran player hasn't expanded either, and he knows that. So I mean, he has this observer out, so he knows that there is just, well, nothing there in the form of well, expansions and well, economy, and a couple of force fields going down, a little bit too many force fields going down, and he is going to pick up about half this army for free because of the force fields, and then he is going to be driven back. And yeah, now the Terran player knows there's an observer here, and wow, this is actually going to burn down. Yep, there we go. So he knows there's an observer there, because otherwise you couldn't shoot up to the high ground from the low ground. And yeah, the observer is going to fly all the way into the base. The Terran player is going to try to retaliate by taking his army and just doing a counterattack, but I'm not sure how fast he wants to do that. And not right now, it seems. It's kind of a hard decision to make when to counterattack, because the safe way is of course to retreat to your base, to defend your base, but the best way is always to make sure that your opponent can't attack you, because that makes it safer in the long run. So for now we have, wow, 3 immortals already. Yeah, you can go for the immortals or for the colossi, and yeah, it's all about kind of what you want to achieve. The colossi do a lot of AoE damage, but small amounts. So small amounts per unit, and the immortal does a ton of damage to armored units, but doesn't do splash damage. So it's all about that. And yeah, he has this observer following around the army. It's pretty cute, because the army is still going to come up, but he did have the ability to see it, and he still is not going to prevent it at all. So one of the stalkers dying, and yeah, even though he had his observer on that, he wasn't really reacting to it. The observer now kind of idle, and the drop is going to come in. No, he's going to drop in his own base. Okay. If he runs over this, that's not good. Oh, almost losing his medevacs. If he ran forward a little bit more before he spotted the army, he would have lost both of the medevacs, or at least one of them. But yeah, the Protoss army is ready to invade, and there's a building up ahead, scouting all of that. So both of them have good scouting going on, and yeah, he set that army to attack move, and they attacked the building that was floating overhead. So army coming in from all sides, but the Protoss seems to have this. Protoss seems to have a stronger army, especially with those immortals. The immortals are very good against, well, as I said, armored units. But there aren't a whole lot of armored units, and once they go down, it's pretty much over. Yeah, the Stalker's taking out the rest, and another GG. So, as I said, that was game 2. I don't have game 3. So even if there is a game 3, I don't have it, and we're just going to move on to the next match. Yeah, match. Endgame. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.